Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new Disney Dreamlight Valley series where we are exploring the Wishblossom Ranch, the brand new DLC hitting the game today. In this video we are going to be talking about the first few levels of the brand new expansion, how to get Snow White, how to get Cruella De Vil, all that fun stuff. We're raring to go. So first things first, you're going to want to check your mailbox and you get this lovely ticket. Well, actually, before that, you probably should buy the expansion. That goes without saying. But yes, after reading that, you have to go to the Stardust Port, and after a bit of confusion, you will remember that this is actually located in the Dreamlight Castle. If you remember, it's like to the side here, it's like a harbour. And this is obviously going to be like a network place for us to access different parts of the expansions. So we're going to go to this lovely looking train and hop aboard. There's no driver. And you'll be transported then to a completely polar opposite murky looking place. There's a blizzard, snow, dilapidation. But our good old friend Snow White in the background. She's getting ravaged by a swarm of bees. Oh dear. At this point, lads, remember to subscribe to the channel for any and all updates on the DLC. Since I'm going in this with blind eyes, we're going to be exploring every nook and cranny, so I may go off the beaten track just to see what it is we can and can't do. So, talking to Snow White, we hand her the ticket and we expect magic to happen. But she is understandably a bit clueless as to what we are doing here. Slowly though, she remembers who we are. How grown we've become. Don't know about that, mentally anyway. So she seems to have the same voice actress as Minnie in the game, which is going to be hard to differentiate, I think, over the course of the games. When Minnie and Snow White meet, who's really talking? So yeah, the main problem that we have is getting past this bees now. Tidbit about my personal life, we are beekeepers here, so instinctively I go over to say hello to the bees. We have a few hives out in the back garden, but in this game we have to go through a different method to get by them. So we go to this cave and we talk to this magical plant, because why not? It's called the Fading Wishblossom, and since this is the Wishblossom Ranch, I'd imagine a large part of the quests are going to do with these special flowers. And lo and behold, it opens. My companion Fox arrives just in the nick of time to see a brand new companion materialise. Now, I will say, lads, this took me by surprise that we can customise the horse that we get, which is pretty cool, and I'm going to potentially lose hours in these kind of modes. So we'll strive on. We're going to name it Ruby after a beloved dog of mine from years ago. She was a Saint Bernard and basically the size of a horse. So this is Ruby, equipped with her signature stars, messy tail, and cute expression. I'm hooked. Okay, 10 out of 10 for this DLC so far. So you can pet the horse, you can feed it. We don't have any of the food that it likes. Maybe we'll dock a point for that. And then you jump on the horse and we're introduced to horse movement. Basically, it's just kind of like you're sprinting, where instead of, I don't think we need energy for it, we just can sprint regularly. Now the quest, just to unlock the next bit, is we have to travel, we'll say 150 meters, and hop over hay bales. It's pretty cool. Esports would be a Disney Dreamlight Valley racing. Forget about your Disney Speedstorm. We have to gallop across another hay bale. Boom, easy peasy. Interacting with your mount, so you can interact with villagers, you can pick up items, all that fun stuff, so you can really just stay on your mount and fast travel around the place. Snow White is perplexed and surprised to see we have a brand new mount. So it was a gift from the Wishblossom. Magical blooms that grow in the mountain. They grant wishes deep inside your hearts, so you can be quite cheeky and ask. why it was a horse you were given, but we'll feed into the fantasy. I am happy with my brand new steed. We didn't get the Deluxe DLC, which did include Sven from Frozen. So let me know in the comments if that was a mistake on my part. Another thing, we have horse progression abilities. So horses can push flower boxes. So this is obviously how we get rid of the bees, or at least guide them away from the bridge. Push, push, push. And the bees are going to float over there. We're going to cross the bridge. Game done. Music's lovely, cinematics are nice. It's kind of giving me a bit of Arendelle. Would have been maybe nice to have a little bit more of its own unique theme as opposed to just kind of Christmas and Arendelle. However, I'm just being picky. So far, the mounts have taken me by surprise. Quite fun. And we've only been doing 30 seconds of them. Famous last words, it could get on my nerves now by the end of the video. So, Snow White introduces our main villain, Cruella De Vil, who in essence tricked her into leaving the valley so that in usual kind of Dreamlight Valley antics, she can seize the magic of the location for herself. It's an interesting villain to introduce alongside Snow White. I do think that there is probably a lot of females in the game. There's a few male villains that we could probably introduce in time. But Cruella's iconic. I mean, if you check some of my earlier videos, she was one of the ones I always wanted in. Because that whole film was just the backdrop of so many of our childhoods. So yes, Snow White's horsey friends are missing. We're on a mission to get them back. To do that though, we have to track down memories to kind of reconstruct what it is that was happening. So there's a tinge or a touch or a fragment of the forgetting here where we have to remember what's going on. So look over for your pieces of paper which then shoot out memories, and these in turn give us lovely little glimpses into Cruella De Vil and Maximus having an old turf war. Cruella's certainly been touched by an angel there. She's very striking appearance. So yeah, Snow White and her friend Maximus. I think Tangle, like, they basically have all the characters now. They have all 4 of the main characters. All we need is like the little gecko guy, maybe as a companion. Even though I think he's part of an item. Who knows? Search around near for clues about what happened. So we need to find another clue. That can be found in that little pen we went in first. There's like a little note over by this tree. Click it, shoots a memory out. Click on that, and we get Cruella in her iconic car, which I hope is a mount of some sort. Could you imagine? Don't give us horses, give us vehicles. Give us petrol and diesel. So yeah, now that we have the story of sorts and the introduction of Maximus and Khan, so 2 iconic mounts throughout the Disney franchise, we're setting about to restore the wish magic around the ranch. Now, in its current state, it's kind of not looking like it should be saved, but anyway, who am I to judge? Search around the ranch. Ranch's ruined stable near Snow White. So again, we have another bee problem here. We just push these flowers close to the bee hive, and that in turn lets us get, boom, a memory. Click on that. We advance the story even more. And we get to see fashion designs which are pretty cool, I must say. So Cruella mentions off to the heart, which is obviously like a location of some sort. Have another wee wander around. There's loads of just different items you can pick up, which probably go into different crafts. We're getting loads of little goodie bag pouches as well, which we'll open at some stage. And we just have to find one more of these memory things. Now, after a lot of exploring, I found that the second piece is actually that feather in the pen, easily missed. So I spent a long time just exploring the reaches of this area until I double backed and found the feather. So again, Snow White then, she knows what's up and she's gradually telling us the story. And when we ask about the heart, it's in the heart of the new world here. Home to all the power, magic. So that's obviously what Cruella is after. But rather than saving the day, we have to first of all save our new horse. So Snow White decides we should redo the stable. So this must be like a new kind of stall mechanic where you can house, rehome all of your mounts, and obviously keep them for quick access. Feed, play with them, take them out on an L spin, all that fun stuff. There we go, your new home, Ruby. Then we just talked to Snow White, and this is the end of the first quest, a Wishful Invitation. So nice and easy to start us off, lots of new mechanics, and that then triggers the next quest, which is Tales of a Broken Heart. Bumps, we love the puns already. But yes, lads, thanks very much for checking out the video. Hope you're enjoying the DLC as much as I am. Make sure to like, subscribe, drop us a comment how you're finding it so far, and stay tuned for even more Wishblossom Ranch videos. Till next we meet, look after yourselves, be good and take care.